So,
show me what you have for...
Greetings, mercenary.
So, how's it?
Unfortunately, no.
I brought...
Excellent. Just give...
It doesn't seem to be working. I was wondering, too, a cure made from poison?
A lot you know. Lots of cures are made from poisons. But I have to admit...
Shit. All... Can I have...
Yes?
So then,
Have you discovered...
I saw some whip. So then,
Have you...
I.
Greetings, Vulcan.
Let's see what. So,
Much better. I don't need... Even the steward is taking an interest in me. He came by to see me earlier and seemed pretty glad to have a second smith in the village.
you ever hear of?
Everybody's talking about it, so yeah, I've heard things. But I do believe there's something a bit bigger and...
I'm leaving. poor guys are dog meat. But their equipment still seems to be in good shape. Mason will be relieved that his men didn't make too much of a mess of their weapons and stuff. This is horrible. We can't just...
Sybil, do not do...
But Father, we can't...
Inhuman?
He's the wicked one. Aeolus, is it not? He's the one who imprisoned me.
I what?
Father?
She is trying to...
I'm begging you, get me out of here.
Who are you?
My name is Edwin. The ignorant will tell you that The truth is much simpler, but neither as powerful nor as evil-minded.
She lies to thee. She is hiding something, and it is not her body.
You would say that.
I beg your pardon.
No.
Believe me, she is powerful.
You seem to know a lot about her.
The steward asked me to look into a dark power, and my search has led me here.
I wouldn't expect him to admit to keeping a woman captive in the swamps for his own...
Nonsense!
And so you just trotted out?
I came here as quickly as... I was hoping that you would escort us back to the village.
I've never been in the habit of just letting people die like animals in a... This woman doesn't look like a dead walker. That's enough for me. We'll take her back to Valvanor. And...
Stay away, you stupid girl. No, no, you fool, don't...
Now meet your eternity.
What are you doing to him? Let him go!
Very well. You may have him. I am finished.
Father?
Wait, wait. If I am to die, I wish to know who stands before me.
I am Vulcan, Powder Master.
That is not my question.
I might be the mercenary who's gonna grab you by your...
From what I can see, you're an imbecile, incapable of piercing.
Well, I can pierce your face.
Mock, if you like. Lamb that you are. You insist on believing that you're Red Scribes, Ice Lords, they come from the same mold. Aeolus thought I possessed knowledge which he could use to become the equal of the Ice Lord.
So what? We're at war and getting our asses kicked. We can't really...
Of course. It was for the good of all. It was to protect freedom that I was starved. It was goodwill and kindness that made him enslave a monster to guard my prison. Yes, in truth, the scribe was such a brave man that it was only for the...
That's ridiculous. You are the monster. My father wasn't like that. Well... Sybil, wait! Shit. Witch, I suggest you behave yourself. I have questions. Lots of questions.
So be it. Then I will tell...
You had the upper hand.
I desperately needed to replenish my power, so I drained his. My mood. Your friend was no hero. His aim was to reproduce the same ancient rituals that permitted powerful magicians to become the...
He was not my friend, he was my employer. And a very influential man.
He was a deceitful and manipulative man. No...
The World Heart has had nothing but suffering from these magicians.
Let's say I understand your reasons. But we're gonna have to play this just right in Valvanor. We'll try to talk to the...
We? Am I to infer that you're going to help?
Somebody has to deal with it. You seem to take pleasure in exposing...
It's true. I hate denying myself a little pleasure. She is an innocent, and will confirm everything that happened here. All you need to do...
Besides Aeola.
I was drugged before being brought here. Aeolus is... But his second-in-command must have known. Although I don't know exactly... If they are all as naive as his daughter, I imagine the temptation must have...
The Red Scribes performed a ritual in an...
So that's the reason why he disappeared. The ritual was designed to augment his power. Had it given the ease with which I killed him, I suspect the ritual was a failure, or at least a partial failure.
Let's just say the results weren't quite what he was hoping for. But something definitely happened. There was a burst of light.
A thing?
Sort of parasite.
Neither one nor the other. I bring thee flames. I bring thee the World Heart. I bring thee the power, and thou, who doth hold me back with thy ingratitude and thy weak...
Hello?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
I must say, I have never heard of such...
The end result is I sometimes find myself wondering who I am. What I am. That is, when we're not arguing. Or, then again...
This is absolutely fascinating. I think there is probably much to learn.
We'll see. Let's finish this discussion in Valvanor.
Have you decided?
I'm working on it.
Meanwhile,
You're free to do what you want as long as you stay in... So, one false...
Yes, very clear. And perfect timing as well. A place whose tragic end now seems ordained, and over whose... A spectacle which promises to be...
Well, enjoy the show. But if I ever need your help...
very well.
I would like... Aeolus called you a sorceress.
A sorceress? Only a rube or an imbecile. If Aeolus had even a minimum... I do a bit of magic, it's true, but that... Nonetheless, my abilities could never rival those of a Lord of the Frozen...
So?
I can't say for sure. I've only rarely ever seen something so... interesting, but all the same, I'm...
To the world?
It's a simple question of logic. The ritual performed by the scribes had to make...
Okay, but...
For now, you are the vehicle. You'll have to decide.
Can we win?
You already know the answer. What was the last battle?
I never heard of them losing a battle.
In fact, the last time was 12 years ago. In those days, this all took place in a kingdom in the northeast. I don't recall... A few days after having stopped the Deadwalker army, the king...
But then... It is...
You haven't understood. Whether they win or lose, they all...
It's a war of attrition.
If it were only military victory they sought, yes. But don't forget, they are craft...
Hey, cut the shit. Give me the bad news. Thanks. He'll be pissed, but I've got to go face him.
Well, first go see your steward before the villagers decide to burn me at the stake. I mean, if you want to, Vulcan.
It'll probably turn into an interrogation pretty quickly. Try not to make it worse for yourself. Don't kill anyone, for starters. Especially if he's wearing red.
That seems reasonable to me, for the moment.
Is it true you killed...
Is it true that you quit the booze?
What?
I thought so.
Right. Okay, then.
I found your soldier's body.
So, did you bring back their weapons?
Yeah, I brought you back their stuff.
Oh, I know I said I wasn't gonna pay you, but... No.
I'm going.
I'd rather stay here if you don't.
Why? Here.
I don't like the idea of getting locked up, and I'm sure that you don't want to have to scrape.
Well, it's true that I prefer they remain in one piece.
I'm trembling, but yeah.
Did you find this?
Found it and killed it. But don't hold your breath waiting for its...
Excellent news.
Actually...
Dead? But no...
When it doesn't move and it doesn't breathe...
I demand that you show some respect. The Red Scribes are a precious help to us here.
Don't make me laugh. You're a good man. Had a few skeletons. Aeolus was even ready to kill his...
What nonsense is this? How can you make...
He was killed by his own magic. I had nothing to do with it. If he asked... And as for my accusations, I'm just telling you what I saw with my own eyes. Don't believe me, ask his daughter.
You can be assured. What do you know of this prisoner? If Aeolus held...
I don't know much. Edwin isn't
Well then, you must find out immediately. I should deliver her to the Red Scribes without any further ado, yet, until that time, she never leaves your presence. If there is the
Okay.
However low your opinion was of Aeolus, he was meant to be looking into...
All right, I can see where...
There is no guarantee that you have the necessary skills to handle this man.
What is it?
That's exactly what I'd like to know. Several of the villagers have been behaving...
They're just hungover. You'd know if you can...
I believe there are a few here who know the difference. It's something else. They seem very concentrated, as though they are...
Got it! I'll slap them around a little, that should wait.
My goodness. That's not exactly...
Well, that's gonna be my method. So let's leave it at that if you don't mind. I'm not helping you because...
As I understand it, some people are...
That's right.
Perfect. I'll...
Hang on. Is there something you're not telling me? What are you trying to prove?
How perceptive.
Whatever. Just tell me what...
All right, but keep it to yourself for the moment. It seems to me that I recognize these...
What? What are you talking about?
I'm not yet certain. We absolutely must inspect and investigate further in order...
All right, let's go.
Vulcan! For fuck's sake!
I never laid a finger on him, Captain. But if you want...
So you had to kill him? That was our fucking...
I didn't kill him. It was this woman, Edwin.
That's what they told me. That doesn't change the fact that dick, if he was trying to fuck us over, it's up to me to deal with that. And for...
She was his prisoner, in the swamp. It looks like he was trying to get information.
All right, then. Maybe she can be of use to us. I already spoke with Aeolas's assistant. Seems he pulled the wool over. I need you to get this Edwin woman to talk. I want to know where she's from, who she is.
Understood, Captain.
If you can find Hawk, tell him to get his arse back here.
Do you think something happened to him?
Well, there aren't any decent whorehouses around here, so yeah.
I'll find him, sir. You wanted the Freeborn Blades to help?
As long as we are.
Have you heard about these villagers who are
Yes, I've had them. Take that one over there, for example. The one giving me the fish. I've asked Buffalo to keep an eye on them.
Captain? Captain.
Are you trying to be funny?
I'm leaving.
I came across this enormous creature. It's an absolute monster. You've never seen anything... Oh, I'd love to catch it. It would make one hell of a trophy, but I'm not sure.
You know the captain's looking for you?
Fuck the captain. Oh, come on. He can wait. The beastie out there can't. It could lose itself.
Okay, then. Considering...
Ah, yes! I can just imagine...
You didn't give me away to the...
I figured you didn't need any more trouble, right after going through what you did in the swamp.
Well, that was thoughtful. Yes.
I would like to... What do you think about our...
They are undoubtedly possessed by some creature, one that is hiding, not...
Thanks.
brought it down without... Now that's what I call a fucking trophy. Now...
Mark will finish up his recon.
You've been working for me long enough to know.
I'm leaving.
I'll wait for you here.
Leave me, Vulcan.
I'm sorry about... She took me by surprise.
Even though I wish you could have saved him, it's not...
Yeah, but it is a...
Whatever he did to her, he didn't deserve to...
A monster that maybe just...
Perhaps. But why did my father have her imprisoned?
He had us to protect him. And if he hadn't shown up in the middle of the swamp, he'd still be alive. He must have been up to something. Because he didn't talk to anyone about it. Not even the people who were...
What are you accusing him?
Nothing, really. I'm just asking questions. But I'm gonna...
I will help you. I need...
I'd like...
What do you want to know?
See you later. Edwin, I need to speak to you.
What can I do?
I'm going...
You offer me...
The captain tells me that you're keeping an...
Yes. Look at them. You see that couple? Take a good look at the husband. And they aren't the only ones. There must be at least half a dozen of them.
But what's their problem?
No idea. They look like they're turning into dead walkers. You see how they're placed? They can check out most of the village from where they are. I'm almost certain they're scouting the place out for someone.
I have a few... See you later. Hello? You all right? Do you understand? Good day.
You might say that.
Well,
Well, of course I noticed. He's the one who's a vegetable, not me.
How long ago did he
About 3 days ago.
In what way, peace?
Active? You must be and I don't know which of the gods I have to thank.
You mean he sleeps soundly?
Well, he sleeps less, if that's what you mean.
Do you have any idea?
No.
It doesn't bother you?
Let's be honest. Considering the sort of women what are still available, and he's hardly gonna find any gorgeous sluts.
You might be surprised.
You're too kind. I can't...
Don't change a thing.
So true.
Sorry to...
We now know that our strange patients are going out at night. So, let's find out where they're going.
Greetings. Do you know this woman?
Of course I know her. Her name's Agatha, and she's my wife these past.
What happened to her?
Ask her yourself.
How long is she...
It come over her like a dose of the shits a couple of days ago.
Where exactly?
What? How the fuck should I know? But at any rate, they never go.
So, she didn't...
Yeah, that's him. There were 5 or 6 of them. Why did she go?
Is there anything?
Well, she ain't much between the thighs, if that's what you mean. She don't say or do nothing. Just sort of lets me get on with it. She don't...
Men. Give them a piece of meat, and they're just a couple.
I was only trying to give her a nice moment to patch things up between us, sort of.
That's not really what I...
Oh, sorry. I woke up this night, and she weren't there. I must have dozed at.
And I imagine...
None. And she wouldn't say nothing to me, like usual.
I can't imagine why she would want to do that.
I will leave you now.
I think we better go back and talk to that drunken sot who pretends to be chief of the guard. We need to find out where that expedition's going.
Look at this, my...
According to the steward, I found out that...
And is that it?
Your man Jervis.
Oh, him, yeah. Last couple of days, he's gone completely stupid.
The fact that he led all the other weirdos on an expedition didn't surprise you any?
Well, now you mention it, yeah, obviously. It makes...
Worthless wines.
Right. I'll check. Do you have any suggestions?
We have to find out what the fuck they get up.
It'd be better if we start this evening.
Hey, you, don't doze off. It's time to go out for a...
No surprises there. Edwin.
What can I do?
What do you...
We know that they are undoubtedly possessed by some creature, one that is hiding.
What do you...
They are
Thanks.
That was a close one. This whole business stinks. It seemed like they were coming back from...
Whatever power be the origin of these possessions.
I'll check it out.
Greeting.
Edwin, I need to...
What can I do?
I would like to... What do you think about...
We just have to find this creature. We look east if I...
What do you think about... Thanks.
We go east, then. I'm not happy about any of this. More and more, I am sensing the Ice Lords behind all of this.
Captain, we're under attack!
Are you serious?
Has a heart attack, Captain. You remember those strange guys? It was able to use them to find out everything there is to know about this place.
Delightful. That's all I needed.
Got it, Captain. Captain?
There is none that thou knowest in this cavern, rest assured of that. The being that lives...
Huh? You mean my...
A pity that thou art not as combative with it. It is consuming thy mind even now. If thou dost allow it to continue, thou wilt be erased.
Now that's ironic. Isn't...
An insulting comparison. This parasite is nothing. It is insignificant. I can protect... Thou shouldst give me more space, more liberty. Open thy mind.
Yeah, we'll see. You're asking me to let you come in...
Thou wilt gain access to a greater... All that thou risketh is to gain in knowledge and power. And that can do thee...
Well, let's see.
I imagine that thou wouldst undergo a slight physical transformation.
There we go.
Whatever thou risketh in trusting me is If thou doth refuse to evolve, we will both soon...
Let's get out of this hole and try to think of something else.
Thou doth flee. We have no confidence in these people. We both know this. Just as we...
Maybe not without you, but definitely not like this. Whether the scribes are worthy of trust or not is really not the question.
Everyone has a different view.
I just want to get shit-faced and never have to hear your voice again.
Judging by your vacant look.
She offered to protect me against the magic that haunts this cave.
And?
I refused. I'd rather...
It's ridiculous. You have the potential to become the most powerful being in Vertial. Time is short. The thing in that... wait for you here.
Greetings, Mercer.
There's a cave I can't enter. Something inside.
Funny you're asking. Turns out I started working on a potion, but its effects should also...
I need it right away.
I made 2 doses. Here.
Thank you. This is the place. Now,
This is... this brute...
Edwin,
What can I do?
I would like to... What do you think of...
We just have to find this...
Thanks.
Beware of those creatures. They are powerful and probably the most vicious. The Deadwalker Army.
Yeah!
person.
Oh yeah, I don't hear your voice anymore in my head. But you must have figured that out, right? So if you've got a message to deliver, you're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Forget it. I came down here to do two things. Look for mushrooms and kick somebody's ass. Guess what? I ain't found any mushrooms. So, you're the one who's been spying on the village. Now that I understand why you'd rather not show us in person.
Oh yeah, I don't hear your voice anymore in my head, actually. But you must have figured that out, right? So if you've got a message to deliver, you're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Forget it. I came down here to do two things. Look for mushrooms and kick somebody's ass. Guess what? I ain't...
The dead walkers. Today I fall. But dozens of new brothers.
Well, your Ice Lords have never messed with...
If you listen to the rabble who actually live in the swamps, we should head back to...
There's no time for this. There's no time for this. I should head to the village. I should head to the village. I know this place. The village is not far away. To the right.
me, Vulcan. Where were you? We're holding this gate, but I think...
Do you know where the captain...
He headed for the center...
The prince is on the move again, and he's...
The puppet he confronts.
It's more likely to be the puppet master. He looks like a Dead Walker general. He's probably...
All of this power he animates with, it belongs to me.
If you're planning to take care of him like all the others, sounds good to me.
He is using more power than thou wilt allow me to deploy.
I can take care of myself. And here's my plan. I'm gonna come at him with everything I've got. Killing their general is gonna... The prince is on the... That was one tough, undead son of a bitch. But it won't be commanding anyone now. Without their general, the dead walkers should leave us alone for a while. But they'll reorganize, so we can't stay here.
You're right, mercenary. Let's use the time to leave. It's now or never if we're going to get to Karalthas. My father and the armies of the Free Nations should be there. If we hurry...
If thou dost throw thyself in this battle, the only thing that their armies will not win. He knows he is seeking his father's approval. He wants to buy the crown but he is mistaken. I only serve and live for the world. If thou join with them, thy so-called friends will end up turning against thee.
Edwin seems fascinated by you, and I am the only one who has supported her.
The alliance of pariahs. Do not say that thou dost really believe that. Especially about that. Thou hast no more choice. Thou must hasten to the World Heart and do combat there, and if thou art not slain, at least one of thy companions, if not all of them, will betray...
Vulcan? Vulcan? You were far...
Yeah.
You have to make a decision soon.
I don't know yet.
I understand. It's been a long day.
Do you think we ought to follow the prince to Karalthas?
If you want to get to the World Heart, we'll need to go by there. Believe me, I know his type all too well. Invested with a mission, in the name of his family, or because of an idealized vision of chasing after glory and honor.
Seeing the shit we're in, I don't think he's doing it just for...
And in making it look like everyone has survived entirely. Do you really believe he wants you around just because he enjoys your company? Not to mention the increasing threat implied by our...
What do you suggest we do?
When we get to Karalthas, we better give them the slip.
Why should we go to...
Because those lands are positioned quite close to the city of the elves, and like all...
There you are, at last.
I'm still thinking.
Don't wait too...
Do you think we should listen to Prince Arundel?
The great elven army and what is left of... Separately, none of these troops stood a chance. Reinforcements from the Freeborn Blades and Red Scribe. And even if I don't approve of all the strategic choices made by my sovereign, he knows the lands around Carol Thas perfectly. And since you're curious to know more about what happened to you...
You've got it all?
I believe we can manage to hold the Deadwalker army back this...
What do you intend to do now?
I have to talk things over with the other members of my order. Everything that is left of the human and elf. The contract with your company only ends... What's more, it might be an excellent opportunity to learn more about your guest. The elven... And I suggest, until we should learn more, that you neither listen...
Arundel wants me to go with him to Carol Thas.
You should go with him. Carol Thas. We would be safer there. Both the human and elven armies are gathered there. The elven sages are some of the wisest...
It's pretty obvious what happened to me. A demon is...
And this does not...
Yeah.
I can imagine. These new powers come at a price. And I fear... You must go to Carol... I believe you must find a way to control this thing.
Prince Arundel is asking us to join up...
For years now, the generals, the kings, and the chiefs of those armies were usually ready to... If the mercenary goes to Carol Thas, this prince will use... He cares for nothing beyond his own safety. And if he is faced... The knight is weary of these doubts and petty thoughts. If he was in the mercenary's place, he would listen to the demon and follow it. And he would like to know that he would not stand alone in this final battle.
We're gonna be able to break camp.
For now, we're going to stick with the Red Scribes. They haven't paid it. In any case, that's where we're headed. I sent Wolf on. This war is looking worse and worse for us. But considering what's left of Vertiel, that would be like hiding in a pile of ashes. For the moment...
Thy captain is less stubborn than thee. Methinks I should...
That's not a good idea, Captain. As long as we don't know...
Well, up to now she's been useful. I think if she wanted to harm us, she would have already done it, huh?
Do you think we ought to follow the...
If you want to get to the World Heart, we'll need to go by there. Believe me, I know his type all too well. In the name of his family, or because of an idealized vision, chasing after glory and honor, unprepared and
Seeing the shit we're in, I don't think he's doing...
And in making it look like everyone has survived in time. Do you really believe he wants you around? Not to mention the increasing threat implied by our...
What do you suggest we...
When we get to Carol Thas, we better give them the slip and head to Blackfrost's domain.
Why should we go down there?
Because those lands are positioned quite close to the city of the Elves.
There you are, at last.
I will fight with you at Carol Thas. Your army may be...
Inside. And now?
And now, we will go with the others. To Carol...
Equal terms. Because thou hast slain a vassal far from his master, we draw close to the domain of one of his necromancers. Faced with his power, the power to slay this vermin lies within us.
I am more and more...
Yet still not powerful enough. And the city is of no interest. The necromancer...
You said that I lack the power.
When thou returnest to the World Heart, no, thou wouldst already possess the power to destroy the sorcerer and his like, if thou hadst but allowed the evolution...
Vulcan, have you seen something?
They used the
You coming, Vulcan? Your captain will be wondering where we are.
Seeing how cold it is, it will come as no surprise to you to learn that the dead walkers have already been here. They're still cold.
We must rejoin my father's army as swiftly as we may.
I think we already found them.
There are survivors. Apparently they are camped.
Prince Arundel, my lord, can it be you?
Soldier, what happened here?
The dead walkers took us by surprise. The cold...
My father!
I know not, your highness.
Valen is here?
By your leave.
My prince, we had lost all hope of...
Bastion is lost, Valen. We came into this war too late. The general of the Alliance gave...
The deserter. What business did he have at battle?
The deserter was fighting, while you and your wondrous arm...
Silence! Both of you! Relmar saved my life, Valen. For now...
By your will, my lord. And
In truth, they are escorting the Red Scribes. But their presence is our good... This woman slew one of their generals before... I will tell you more of this later. Now I must speak with my father.
No one knows, my prince.
The river?
'Twas like a great wave that froze all that it touched. Not even the sight of 10 juggernauts would have feared us. But he walked calmly to within an arrow's flight of the gates, never once speaking. We understood our peril too late. Near all of our soldiers stood atop the ramparts or in the street. That was his signal to launch their assault, but we...
We must find the king!
I know, my prince, but every entry to the city is guarded.
It is clear we will not travel 200 paces. Only then will we be able to attempt to enter the city.
I'll go find your king.
Vulcan, did you hear me ask for volunteers? Our mission is over.
Cap, since we're here, we may as well make ourselves useful, huh?
Vulcan.
That is why I shall go with her. I grew up in this city.
My prince, you know well it is my duty to object to you taking such a...
And you also know that your objections will change nothing. No man here knows the path...
By your word, sire. But I fear most what other things...
Don't forget, you'll have to deal with those sentinels before you try anything else, Vulcan.
Understood, Captain.
Just in time, Vulcan.
What happened to you?
To me, nothing. It's about...
No.
No. I mean... I'll explain. Every elf... These stones are passed from generation. With all of those who died at Carolthas, there are thousands of... You are no doubt the one who will be traveling to our city the most. If you could bring back as many of them as possible... Actually, all of my people will be in your debt.
All right. I'll take care of it.
That would, in fact, be an amusing sight, even if we manage to save her.
I'll see what I can do. I'll leave you here.
Vulcan,
I still haven't found your passageway beneath...
It's there.
To the dead walker?
Still. And it's a...
I'll take care of those walking corpses before you're met.
Thank you. That should give...
I'll dislodge... I have some questions. How did you survive the...
I was lucky. I was out over the days that followed.
Do you have any information about...
Apparently, most of the dead... He assigned one of his concubines to control the... That said, if the Ice Lords keep to their...
Do you know if there's any other resistance?
The rare information I get, the Chiller has apparently laid waste to one of the major elves. There are probably pockets of resistance.
One more reason to hold here. What can you tell me?
I understand. The answer is yes. He has demonstrated skill and courage, sometimes endangering his own life.
I see. The young prince.
He was merely seeking to...
I'll be going. Damn.
I've spent many winters in... Which reminds me.
No idea.
Not a book. Many books. The elves have the most advanced...
I have other things I gotta do, but I will try to go... You got him. I wanted it. What do you know?
It's a very ancient... The elves are master... You can find traces of Corralthar, but the city also incorporated.
What happened here?
As far as I understand it,
they didn't stand it.
And how could they? They rarely take to the battlefield, but...
Who is this Black?
Don't
take me for an idiot.
He's one of the 7. In the past, he used to be more discreet. But for two...
What changed?
I don't know. But he has certain abilities that make him fit for the role.
Let's change this. See you later.
Mercenary, can you give me a hand again? There was a library in the city.
Can you be more specific? I can't...
Maybe I could go with you.
Well,
So, did you find a...
No, I need some...
Greetings,
Can I have a...
Mercenary.
How did you manage?
Bit of luck. I pulled guard duty so many times that it was horrible. Anyway, I jumped into my uniform and ran like crazy until I found...
What can you tell?
I hardly know him. Anyway, I have to admit that he managed to bring us together.
How are things going?
Bah, in a way you could say everything.
I'm leaving.
Good day, even if...
I have some... Can you tell me?
Battle! We got wiped off just when our troops were getting... And in a flash, the Estel do... Not many survive.
How'd you get away?
I guess that's the advantage of being a smith. The fireplaces...
Do you know...
I've done business with His Highness, yes, but I wouldn't say I really know him. I was honored enough to forge them, but I guess you're not really interested in the past. I can tell you that he hasn't let up since the war started. Several times after he came back to Carlthus, I've repaired it. I suppose he's our ruler.
What can you tell me?
What do you want to know? He was a great king, wise. I guess that does...
Where's the elf...
Army? What army? As for those who are still here...
Do you know...
Do I know him? He's a legend for us. But to be honest, he robbed so many convoys and... But how can we keep...
Let's... Show me what...
Alas, not much. I'm missing so...
Mercenary.
How did you get out of your coma?
I don't know. I just had the time to grab my weapon and get out. Sometimes, the sense of duty...
Maybe the cure we...
Relmar told me about that. Maybe you saved my life twice, not just one.
Do you know...
I knew him well. He and I were milk... But life goes on. Relmar defied my father.
He had a good reason.
A good reason? What reason? Dragging us...
He did the right thing. He didn't want to watch all of...
We could talk about how just his cause is for days. How could we know what would have happened? Maybe we wouldn't be here today. He wanted to act fast. He was always and his best friend at the same time. He betrayed us, and his recent feats of arms
Why did the
That decision cost us dearly. It isn't the... But our king felt that we needed to gain time. Long before the war officially began, they were already crushing all...
And you said nothing? You could have...
We told them. We told them to avoid them. So we preferred to stay neutral and not provoke. So they saved the greatest prize for... We underestimated them. And neglect...
Are you from Carol?
Yes, I was born there. We knocked things down, so I suppose that...
I'll be going now.
I wish I could go out on a...
What is it, Vulcan?
I wanted to ask you. The Blades who were in the city...
I hope so. I really hope so. Generally, the Ice Lords don't kill those...
What do you think of this?
The same as I always thought. That all of this...
You don't think we have him?
How can you ask yourself that question? Standing in front of this devastation.
Do you know...
I came here a long time ago, at the beginning of the war. There they were, all safe and sound, when I learned that there was a battle brewing.
Let's change the subject. I gotta...
Huh. If I knew how messed up everything was gonna be.
I bet. But we're lucky you followed us.
Yeah, well, seeing what's left of the village, it's not like I had a choice.
Let's...
The Knight knows this region well. He would like to reconnoiter.
I'd rather you stayed here. We need... Edwin.
What can I do?
I would like... I always hear people talking about the...
First, forget all the children's stuff. The World Heart it is from there that magic comes. These energies can be captured, and you...
The demon in...
It's a good bet it is referring indirect. This power has an origin and a cost. Imagine leeching.
So, all we need to... Aren't you cold?
Are you afraid you're no longer the master of the situation?
I was...
Oh, how touching. But after having spent nights on end, trapped in a cage in the middle of the...
We're gonna try to...
Yes, of course. You'll need to locate a unicorn, a few
So,
you catch on quickly. The might of the entire Elven... Be realistic. Your allies are
And then what? Wait for the war to be lost? Put off dying another...
You could hide yourself and learn how to control your demon. I could help you.
It's tempting. You know what? Why not? I'm getting a little...
I cannot allow me to simply flee. Step off of the path to the World Heart, and I will kill you.
Vulcan, are you still...
Yeah.
The need to reach its goal has grown too strong. Very well. Your demon will no doubt gain strength through combat.
I'm afraid you might... What happened to Carol?
Wait until your enemies... To cast a spell. He could be your key to the World Heart. Find...
Thanks. Hey, Buffalo.
Not before I've seen you blown up by one of your toys.
How's the company?
If you were to spend less time... Already there weren't many of us, and now it looks like our only hope of success in this goddamn war is lying over there. We can't last too long in this.
I figured the Dead Walker aren't... Have you had the time to talk to the...
Yes, but they didn't say much. I don't think they trust us. They were just as stupid as we were. They thought they were good.
You think they'll stay?
I don't think they're in any...
What do you think happened?
That we are no more... We have no choice.
Well, for now.
Tell you what. If you save our asses, I'll buy it.
Now that's the kind of motivation I like. I'm going.
How can I help?
I'll be going. I have a... The elves took it.
Defeat the Ice Lords used...
That may be. Doesn't it seem a little...
This whole war?
Let's change the subject. I'll leave. We need...
Do we have a...
I understand that you...
Well, I was just...
We need to do... Put some thought into...
Are you worried about me?
Thanks.
Greetings, mercenary.
We'll be watching this sector. Thank you for your... The going's a bit steep.
Thanks for the help, mercenary. We... If I were you, I wouldn't go near the main...
problem?
Trying to force our way through would be a terrible error. We would alert the whole city.
We have to find another way. Now I've seen everything.
I beg your pardon?
What? This one talks. What the hell are...
We've only known one another a few...
If you aren't one of them...
I am an immortal stupid...
So, you're an Ice Lord?
I have absolutely no involvement with that bunch of cheapskate conjurers, and I would never...
Oh yeah? Rotting flesh, check.
Tut tut. Did no one ever tell you not... It's true that you're young, but use your wits. Would I be...
All I can be sure of is that you're not really... alive.
Enough! I yield. In all my 6,000 years, I have never witnessed such power.
There's a demon inside me.
How fascinating. Even if the term demon seems to lack precision. At last, something interesting. I was almost dying of, if you will forgive the illusion, a gentle joke.
I can't have you... I have something to do in the city. Wait for me back...
Yes, I've seen where your camp is. Actually, it's quite surprising the dead walkers haven't noticed it yet.
Yeah, I guess with your face, they...
Very well. Do you know your way into the city? There's a hidden entrance.
Thanks. Yes, he's a potential... Yeah. Perfect. I need to ask you something. We found a strange object in a ruined temple.
Is it gray? Does it give off heat?
Yeah, that's it.
You imagine it's a coincidence? And you would be correct. However, based on this information, I'm able to deduce...
Well,
Excellent notion. Look for a book about relics. The book called If You Plan to Use the Tear for Some...
Who are you?
I am Matras. Immortal?
Right. So why aren't you...
First of all, I don't have any pals. I'm a little too old for that. Secondly, I've been around for over 6,000 years.
6,000 years old? Wow.
You're too kind. Very delicate of you to say so. Nonetheless, whereas I am an immortal spirit who changes bodies when they wear out.
That's not so dumb.
Exactly. I give these bodies extra life.
I want to ask, why did you come?
Why not? There's one thing. So I do my very best to be in the right place.
Fun?
Well, distracting them, if you prefer.
What do you know about...
Apart from the fact that they're an incongruous... I can tell you that the power necessary for their creation, and since it's obvious they're in... all of which suggests something, I grant you, quite difficult to believe when one saw them start out at the same...
In 6...
Honestly? Well, no. You are, as you might put it, fucked. Or at least the more... And it is this seemingly insignificant This demon, as you call it, has never before walked the earth. Neither he, neither... Consequently, and in spite of the evident futility of such a...
Well... What happened to the...
I think he was simply They transformed him into an arch-lich. It's a particularly delicate and extremely dangerous magical process. It can only be performed on an elf.
How so?
Elves have many flaws, but if an elf believes he is going to be tortured to make him reveal this, it would seem that this king was desperate to continue living at Ed.
Do you have any idea?
In all my long lives, I have seen real demons.
Dwarves are just a legend. You're making fun.
I would never mock someone as charming. Thus the dwarves did exist, and I was once one of them. They were little red creatures with tiny horns. You look a little like one of them. I believe this affinity with flames is no coincidence. It is entirely possible that you are the...
How are things with Sybil?
I am quite moved by the child. Her hunger for knowledge... Nonetheless, she is far less attractive than you, and the poor child.
Talk to you later. The Deadwalkers sent...
It's a start, but the main...
Until the guard changes.
The die is cast, if there is a way.
Not necessarily. Victory will have sought...
Let's hope so.
Ask away.
The Deadwalkers still control the main. When the undead notice that the soldiers I posted there will do their duty to...
Save your spit.
Really? Excellent.
I still haven't found your pack.
It's there.
I'll be going now. I know she's not playing straight with us.
You don't understand. It's a lot more 200 or 300 years ago.
So you think that they were the...
I'm getting to that. The White Lords lived in the north of Vertil. But in reality, they somehow transformed... It was the portrait of them.
It is, sister.
Since you seem so close to her, try to find out more about her past. How old is she?
I'll have to be careful.
Keep me informed, but... What do you think? I think he's... I have always loved history. His knowledge could allow...
Do you really think...
Oh, I'm convinced of it.
Something...
Yes. He won't talk to me about his... It's not that
I could always ask. I've been thinking about... I still haven't... Mathras.
My dear?
I want... What?
I wouldn't have thought you'd be interested. It seems to me that my sexuality is my own business.
Well, I'm not innocent.
I have been alive on Vertil a very long... To recount all my adventures to you in detail would require weeks.
As bad as that?
Well then, since you seem to require convincing, let me tell you about my 14th wife.
For real?
And those are some of my cleaner stories.
Yeah, like...
Whatever you wish.
Talk to you later.
I've taken a tour of the... Well, I'd be safer.
I'll leave you here. Sybil?
Yes?
I spoke with Mathras.
And?
Nothing very interesting.
Why does he avoid the subject with me?
Well...
Oh, I see.
See you later. Relmar.
Yes?
I brought you a...
Thank you.
Let's change... I built your traps. I still need to make a few... I'll leave you here.
I have nothing to say to you, mercenary. You want to follow these gun... I have nothing to say.
Relmar.
Yes?
I built your trap. I still need to... I'm guessing this is...
For years now, I've been... If I was ever coming, I would have preferred...
This is no time to feel sorry.
We have been swept away.
How long have you been harassed?
Nearly 7 years.
7 years of guerrilla war.
Perhaps.
Let's change the subject. I'll leave you here. Relmar,
Yes?
I built your traps. Okay, here are your traps.
Thank you. I must admit that I'm
I'll leave you here.
So, did you...
I think he told me about a book. What can you tell me?
He is a most unusual.
Do you ever get the...
Even though at first sight, such a long existence sounds... And his...
It's true that he does look a bit...
As far as I understand it, what is really fascinating is that he is the kind of... Remember that his knowledge could very well turn our vision of mortality upside down.
What did I tell you? Once they've recovered from the shock of my somewhat shriveled appearance, everybody thinks I'm hot.
He could really help us out.
You insult me yet again, joining forces with a band of apprentice sorcerers with a...
Some basic information.
Really? What would be in it?
I can confirm that...
The commander says there's a trick.
Well, I think that the commander is wrong. We've spoken for a long time. It's obviously...
Very well. Let's talk about something. You got a moment? I wanted to... Let's change. See you later.
Greetings,
I gotta go.
My dear,
I want to ask you. Talk to you later.
Mercenary.
I'm leaving.
Well, well.
I have some Let's talk about... I'll be going now.
Hello!
I'm leaving.
I wish I could go out...
What is it, Volk?
I wanted to ask... Let's change this. I gotta go. The mercenary... I have a few... Let's change the subject. I'll leave you. Hey, Buffalo.
Not before I...
I'm going. Edwin, I need to speak to you.
What can I do for you?
I would like to... What's the story with...
It's hard to say. He's one of... You must understand that Mathras function.
He says he's sick.
It is entirely possible. Instead of drawing energy from the world heart...
Could that have anything...
Absolutely.
Thanks.
How can I help you?
I'll be going then.